Shalom, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sons of Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh. And I want to speak on something, in my spirit that I believe will be edifying to the body, push out this vibration, this spirit, okay, especially to brothers newly converted, new to the faith. I, speaking for myself, and that's the way the scriptures say we ought to be, I don't have zero sympathy. I don't have any sympathy. I have zero sympathy or empathy for these niggas that get put to death by other niggas or the so-called white man. Okay? One of the latest events, you got this Jake right here that people are talking about on the internet, like niggas do. They'll talk about a nigga get put to death by Esau. Niggas get put to death by their own people left and right. Nobody talks about that, but as soon as Esau put a nigga to death, now everybody's got their pennies in a bunch. Okay? Which that's hypocrisy in itself. But this is one of the latest events, and niggas talk about that shit for a month, maybe, if that, and they forget about the nigga. But anyway, you got this dude, alright? I don't know his name, but okay, it says what? 25-year-old man brutally murdered and fed to wild hogs. Okay, and allegedly it was by some Edomites. Okay, allegedly people know who did it, but they got some things that happened to him. Okay, they said they beat him to death. They cut his manhood off and placed it in his mouth. They cut his fingers off. They dug his eyes out of his head. They cut other parts of his body off. They gave his body to wild animals. They poured acid on his body. Okay, and then it mentions people who they believe were responsible for it. Salakia. Okay. And the bottom says, well, as a black man, a black woman of Taylorsville, I advise you to be extremely careful because these folks are killing black people around Taylorsville, Mississippi, along with others. So, and we know this happens. We know that the so-called white man is the devil. We preach that all the time. And niggas will get mad at us for saying that. But then when shit like this happen, they want to cry. And beg the white man for justice. But when we tell you why he's doing this shit, you don't want to listen. Because you niggas think deep down inside one day you and the white man will be friends. And it's not happening. The Lord put enmity between us and them. Okay? But knowing this at the same time, we don't have any empathy. We have zero empathy for this nigga. Why? Because he wasn't right. He deserved it. Okay, the scriptures say whoever perished being innocent. Nobody. Where were the righteous cut off? Now, guess what? You have men of the Lord in the past that got brutally put to death, brutally murdered. And even they weren't innocent. But precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. If you are a servant of the Lord, doing the work of the Lord, and you get put to death, which we really don't die, okay, because all spirits are reincarnated. Your spirit doesn't die. But if you're doing the work of the Lord and you suffer a similar fate to this, that's an honorable death. Okay, especially if it was for the preaching or serving of the Lord. Because they're going to come. Esau going to come down and snatch brothers up. Some brothers going to have to give their life for this gospel, for this truth. But the Lord's going to accept that as a sacrifice, a righteous sacrifice. This was no sacrifice. Okay, this nigga got put to death. Okay, for all you niggas out there that don't know, or if you haven't noticed, the so-called white man is the sword of the Lord. He is the belt, the whipping stick of the Lord. The Lord created them to punish us. Okay? Just read. You can read what we just read. They cut his rod off and put it in his mouth. They cut off his fingers. They cut his eyes out. They cut other body parts off him. That's hatred. That's pure hatred. But where does that spirit come from? Where does that energy come from? It comes from the Lord. The Lord hated this nigga. Okay? And guess what? He hated the Lord. That's why the Lord had this happen to him. Just look at this nigga. Nigga looks simple as hell. Honestly, he looks like a sodomite to me. I believe he was a sodomite. But, you know, my wife showed me this the other day and I didn't feel nothing. Like, honestly, I felt nothing. But good for him. And guess what? It's a whole lot more of this coming. A whole lot more of this is coming. To you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in America and all over the earth that don't want to repent. That don't want to listen to what the Hebrew Israelites, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the brothers on down, are saying. You don't want to repent. You don't want to hear the word of the Lord. You're gonna suffer a similar fate to this. There's brothers in Mississippi. There's camps in Mississippi. I'm pretty sure you came across the Israelites, whether on the street or on the internet. And I'm pretty sure he scoffed. That's why the Lord said what? Man, we're going to get the scriptures. Okay? I'm going to come back to this, but let's get this. It's Proverbs chapter 1 and 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Right, that nigga looked as simple as hell. And honestly, I'm tired of looking at you simple ass niggas. The scriptures say, wisdom maketh a man face to shine, and his countenance will be changed. Somebody that's actually on a level spiritually, and that's not simple, his countenance is going to be more sharp. His mannerisms and facial expressions are actually going to be sharp because he ain't got a fucking gerbil on the spin wheel in his side of his head. He actually has a brain, a working, functioning brain. Okay, he has the spirit of the Lord. And even you got Jakes in the world that's not totally simple, but most of you niggas is just simple. You go out and you look at these niggas, man. You could just look at a nigga and say, this nigga ain't got nothing of any weight or matter in his head. He probably thinking about some food, some low vibration food, or some low vibrational pussy. Okay? Or thinking about going to work and slaving for Esau. Niggas ain't got no type of, wherewithal most of the time. And that shit, that's one of, just me personally, I hate that shit. I hate a simple ass nigga. Especially a nigga that just laugh all the damn time. Goofy ass niggas laughing at shit that's not even funny. That shit gets on my last nerves. And if the Lord gave me the power, I would execute judgment on you niggas. Okay? Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on me and mine, and you sincere brothers out there. But the Lord is tired of you simple ass niggas. The Lord said, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Most of these niggas is simps. The women know you a simp. Your mama know you a simp. Okay, and the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge. You could look at a nigga and see he a fool. The scriptures even tell you that. A fool may be known by his gait, roughly paraphrasing, his excessive laughter. Lord Ben called niggas out. All right. Verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And guess what? Before we came into this truth, we were simple. We were simple-minded. But the Lord brought us up on a level. Okay? And sometimes we still get simple at times because we in this flesh. But we don't want to be simple. Okay? We don't like being simple. We hate being simple. Okay? We repenting from that. Turning from that. Okay? Verse 24. And this is the key point. Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded right. How the Lord stretched out his hand to you? By sending you the prophets. Started with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And the brothers on down. Okay? On the streets teaching. On the highways and hedges. And on the internet highway. Okay? And the Lord even raised up other individuals, top celebrities, household names like Kanye West, Kodak Black. And when these are niggas, the Lord gonna destroy them. They received their consolation. But they even Kendrick Lamar came out and said that we are the Israelites. And many others. Many others. The Lord even have these other reprobate Israelite groups out there teaching, but they still telling you you're Israelite. That's their entry level. And niggas scoff at them. Niggas scoff at IUIC, but somebody in IUIC on a way higher level than the average person. Okay. But what do majority of our people do? They don't want to repent. They don't want to turn to the Lord. They avoid the prophets. They shun the word of the Lord. They fan the hand, as the scriptures say. They stop their ears. They say, don't tell me what the Bible say. Tell me what you think. Because they hate the word of the Lord. They hate everything about the Lord. They hate a true masculine, spirit. They hate masculine authority. Especially an Israelite man. Which that's demonized in the earth. You being an Israelite man and you a masculine man. Even other men demonize that. But the Most High, Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai, they're the highest level masculine authorities, male authorities, Israelite male authorities. Okay, the Most High being the father of Israel. Okay. So this world programs you to be contrary to the Spirit of the Lord. But 2/3 of our people here in America and the wicked of our people scattered abroad, they love to have it so. They like that. They love simplicity. They love wickedness. And they hate the Lord. So the Most High got judgments coming. That's all. The scriptures say, evil men understand not judgment. That's why you got all these niggas crying for this nigga. You see a sodomite get put to death. People dropping dead left and right because they took the juice. That's judgment. Even you got these other philosophies trying to talk about karma. You reap what you sow, which that's scriptural. But But then they'll see a nigga get a judgment like this. Why would God allow something like that? Why would the Lord let that happen to the man if he was a good person? Because he wasn't. It's as simple as that. But niggas don't want to accept that because they know in their spirit they ain't right. So they don't want to think about judgment because they know judgment coming to their ass. So they'll rather bury their head under the sand and act a fool and just say, you know, the white man. The Lord could have had this nigga get attacked by a bear in the woods. Then who you gonna blame, the bear? No, it's the Lord. The Lord is sending out judgment. We in the time of judgment. We in the time of niggas getting their body parts cut off and gruesome shit. We have to prepare our minds for that. We're gonna see that. We're gonna see a whole lot of that. Okay? And this is the last time. This is the last time where the Lord is going to judge Israel. So it's going to be crucial. Because after Yahushua returns and the kingdom of heaven is established, Israel is going to be in their right mind. They're not going to have to, they're not going to sin. So they're not going to have to be punished. Okay, verse 25, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. So niggas they don't want none of the Lord's reproof. So what? 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Is that talking about, oh, you fearing because your bills ain't getting paid on time? No, the Lord saying you going to get put to death. You're going to get tortured. That your enemy, who you don't want to accept as your enemy, is going to hunt you down. And torture you and kill you. And he gonna do it nasty. But the Lord said he gonna laugh. He gonna mock. So when this nigga was getting his rod cut off and putting his mouth, his fingers cut off, the Lord was laughing. But an evil, wicked nigga ain't gonna understand that. An evil, wicked nigga gonna say, we're crazy for saying something like this. When we reading the scriptures, we telling you what the scriptures say. It's written. We're not speaking our own words. But a nigga would rather believe that we're crazy than to believe that the Lord is a righteous judge. Because they love wickedness. And they don't want to be judged for loving wickedness. That's why niggas say, don't judge me. And I ain't going to judge another person because I don't want you to judge me. And that's how wickedness grows on the earth. Because everybody letting shit slide. When judgment is a natural part of life. You judge people all day long. You judge people how the way they look, how they talk, without even thinking about it. That's normal. Okay? The scriptures say a spiritual man judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. So we can judge people. When Yahushua said, judge not, at least ye be judged, he was talking about don't be a hypocrite. Don't judge somebody for something and you doing the same thing. But we can tell a sodomite that the Lord's going to kill him for being a sodomite because we ain't no fucking sodomites. All right? Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. What we just witnessed, that's these scriptures come into life. That's desolation, destruction, distress, and anguish. You know how much fear this dude was in? You know they ain't just put him to death immediately. You know Esau was torturing this nigga. What could he have possibly done to make, Esau want to do that to him? You know? Why does Esau hate us so much? You can say it's, because of the birthright, but that's spiritual. Okay? Most of these motherfuckers, they don't even, Edomites, they don't know about the birthright. They don't know about Jacob and Esau. They just hate niggas. Why? Because the Lord put that hatred in them. They don't know why they hate niggas. They don't know why they enjoy torturing niggas. But they can't help themselves because the Lord put that spirit in them. But these are questions that niggas supposed to ask, but they don't ask. Because they're ignorant. Okay? Nigga talking about where was God during slavery. He was like the elder brother Ratazawan, he just did a video. He was watching and smiling. That's where he was. Making sure it went according to plan, because it was prophesied that we were going to slavery by the white man. Esau, Edom. Okay? And guess what? There's a thing in the scriptures known as Jacob's trouble, a time period that's coming very soon. Lord willing, starting off this year. We're already in the beginning of sorrows. You could say we already in it. It's just escalating. Okay, but there's going to come a time like none before. I mean, it's going to be worse than slavery. These devils got all type of weapons. They got all type of guns. They got all type of technology and robots. All type of, bioengineered diseases. You niggas don't know what's coming to you, man. Lord willing, the Most High shelters and shields us from that. And by us, I'm speaking as the hopeful elect. Those that actually repented and heard the call and are actively seeking salvation. That's seeking to not be destroyed. Okay? But the Lord said what? When these things happen to you, verse 28, then shall they call upon me. You know that nigga was calling on God. You know he was praying in his mind, Lord, please help me. Why? Because Israel has a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Whenever a nigga could be the most demonic, satanic nigga, never prayed to the Lord a day in his life, but soon as something go down, soon as he facing a football number, soon as Esau about to throw the book at his ass, then he praying to God. Which that's in Jake's spirit to do. When they back is really against the wall, they pray. That's proof that we're the Israelites. Okay? But for most of these niggas, it's gonna be too late. Why? Because the Lord gave you an opportunity to seek him, and you rejected it. So he gonna reject you. Simple. Lord ain't no simp. Lord ain't somebody a pushover. You can just, serve him when you want to serve him. You call him when you want to call on him. He'll just be there waiting, like that nigga, okay, that got rejected by a bitch and give him no time of day throughout his whole high school career, even out of high school. But then at 40 years old, now the bitch want to get married, and now she want to be with you after she done wasted all her years and exhausted herself getting piped down and slutted out. Got a couple kids and all. Now she want to fuck with you. And you got simple ass niggas and they gonna jump at the opportunity. But when she was in her prime, she ain't want nothing to do with you. That's how these niggas are. But guess what? The Lord ain't like you niggas though. The Lord ain't accepting that. The scripture says, seek now thy creator in the days of thy youth. Okay? While the evil days come not. You can't finesse the Lord. Okay? Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Whoo, that's cold. Why? Because the Lord is going to hide his prophets. He's going to shut the internet down, or take the videos off the internet of the brothers preaching. Esau going to be snatching up Bibles, doing away with the Bible. You ain't even going to be able to read the Bible. And even if you find a Bible, you ain't going to be able to read it and break it down. You still need a man to teach you. But the Lord's going to hide his prophets. So then what you going to do? You going to dwell in torment. That's what you're going to do. Okay? Verse 29, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Look at this nigga. Look how simple this nigga look. This is a simple ass nigga right here. What is he doing? And you got somebody, mourning for this nigga at the bottom where they said, my big baby. That's exactly what he is, a big ass baby. Look at him. Niggas like this gonna die, man. We got some times coming. Some very hard times are coming. And simple-minded, big baby ass, effeminate, pussy ass niggas gonna die. And I'm all for it. Okay. Verse 33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. You see that? And we hope to be of that number. Okay, but this is the spirit that you're supposed to be in. King David, a man after the Most High's own heart, the second in command after Yahushai, the top spirit after Yahushai. Okay, the king of Israel, King David. Okay, this is how he felt. It's Psalms 139 and 19. Psalms 139 and 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked. Okay? Surely thou wilt slay the wicked. That goes for wicked Edomites. They all wicked. They're the wicked. But this is talking about Jake, man. The wicked of our people. Because the heathens, they're wicked by nature. They all wicked. It can't be not wicked. Okay? Psalms 139 and 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. And 2/3 of our people, they're bloody. I don't mean that they necessarily mean that they are murderers. They got blood on their hands. Because they're wicked. They pervert judgment. They hate the Most High. Yahushua said, if you hate your brother in your heart, you're a murderer anyway. They hate the men of the Lord. They hate the prophets. They're bloody men, meaning they got judgment coming for them. They haven't been washed by the renewing of the scriptures, renewing of their mind. So King David was in the spirit like he didn't want to be around niggas. He said, depart from me, get away from me, you bloody men. And that's the spirit we should be in. Okay, 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thy enemies take thy name in vain. Talking about these niggas. They speak against the Lord wickedly. They despise the judgments of the Lord. The Lord judged somebody for being wicked, and they got a problem with that. They take his name in vain. They niggas scoff at the name. Even you Israelites out there scoffing at the name of the Lord. Lord gonna Lord, judgment gonna start at the house of Israel. House of the Most High, first and foremost. So this message is to you Israelites out there that know you Israelites. That ain't right. When the Lord start dropping you, it's rejoicing. We really want to see that. When we hope the Lord, again, we hope the Lord has mercy upon us, because we not exempt. And that really what has us not have no empathy or sympathy for these niggas that get put to death, because we know we not exempt. We know we all done things worthy of death. Okay? And the Most High will be more totally righteous with putting us to death. Okay? We know we deserve death, so why would we cry for a nigga that get put to death? But see, wicked niggas can't say that. They can't say that they deserve death, because they're proud. They think they shit don't stink. Okay? Psalms 139:21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee? So you supposed to hate those that hate the Lord, and all these niggas hate the Lord. It shows in their actions, in their speech. Do not I hate them, O Lord Yahweh, that hate thee? Am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Right, these niggas are grieved unto us. We despise these niggas. I saw a nigga today with a shirt on, literally a shirt on that said, I will do anything to make my pastor successful. His shirt literally said that I will do anything to make my pastor successful. A simple ass nigga. Okay? And your pastor ain't teaching you a motherfucking thing. You and your pastor gonna get put to death. And his congregation. But that's where we at. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Okay? Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. So you niggas are our enemies. Yes, the so-called white man is our enemy, but 2/3 of you Israelites here in Babylon, you're our enemies too. And when the Most High start dropping you niggas by the droves, we gonna laugh. It's gonna make us feel good. Okay? And King David also said 23. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. So King David had the humility to say that, Lord, if there's anything wicked about me, this the king of Israel now. He said, if there's anything wicked about me, take that out of me, and lead me in the right way. The nigga ain't gonna say that, because he think he already going the right way. And dead ass wrong. So this is the spirit we should be in, man. Examining ourselves first and foremost. But why would the hell you gonna feel sorry for a nigga that get put to death when you deserve death? And you actually actively seeking the Lord. Diligently seeking the Lord. So why would you feel sorry for somebody that won't give the Lord 5 minutes? And again, we about to see a whole lot more of this. These niggas, your so-called family, your so-called friends in the world, people you grew up with, people you know around the way, you about to see them niggas get annihilated. It's going to be on and popping, live and direct and in your face. You're not going to be able to hide from it. You're not going to be able to turn it off. Only thing you're going to be able to do is pray the Lord have mercy on you. Okay? talking to myself first. This message is to myself first. But that pretty much sums it up. And Lord willing, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Hakwadash. Until the next one, Shalom.